There once lived a boy who lived alone. He couldn't face the world the way he was. Mentally disturbed and socially distraught, the boy was an outcast, all for one strange disability. He had a bag for a hand. No one understood the bag for a hand, and many feared to penetrate the thick outer wall of brown paper, hoping never to lay eyes on what lay beneath. Doctors from far and wide attempted to solve the mystery, but no one understood the anatomy of the brown paper tissue. The news of this permanent disfigurement did not deter the bag for a hand boy, although he should have listened to the many protests from worried parents trying to keep their kids away from the boy who had a bag for a hand. The boy traveled from house to house in search of a friend. He knew if he were ever to be normal, he would need to be accepted by at least one person who could bear the sight of a boy with a bag for a hand. For most of his attempts, no one even answered the door. In fact, not a soul came to hear his knocks, for no one could. Because he had a bag for a hand. Without much hope, nor much effort actually applied, the boy was about to give up. Fate would intervene, however, as the boy soon clashed with the one and only willing person to offer friendship. Quickly they tried to reassemble the frayed sack lunch. At once they both reached for the bag. Instantly horrified, as any sane person would be, the other boy reacts to the sight in extreme fear. Shrugging it off, bag for a hand boy continues past. The other boy feels bad as he looks embarrassingly in a mirror, sympathizing with the boy who had a bag for a hand. He ran back to greet the lonely boy. The boy tried to oblige the handshake, but he could not, for he was the boy who had a bag for a hand. Despite the bag, the two quickly became friends. Mason had the idea to play catch with the boy, a wonderful American pastime. The boy was excited and ready to go as Mason gestures with the ball, giving the indication that it was on its way. He gives the release and nears the boy, but he had a bag for a hand. Not ready to quit, Mason quickly devises a new activity for the two to partake. He brings the boy to a jungle gym and begins to swing across, beckoning the boy to follow. But he had a bag for a hand. With almost no ideas left, Mason continues to try and find some common ground. He soon has a wonderful idea, exclaiming so with his finger in the air. Mason should know better. This is no normal child. This child has a bag for a hand. Mason had given up and was about to leave. The bag for a hand boy suggested to receive his number to try another day. But he had a bag for a hand. He could no longer stand it. Everything he had always wanted slipped through his proverbial fingers. The boy had enough. With a gun loaded and ready, the boy decided to end his torment. His loneliness would soon end, and his humiliation. But he had a bag for a hand.